All right, guys, give me just a second. I know this is a lot of wrestling. Just trying to get back on track here a little bit. Just 1 second. All right, guys, we are going to get started. And before we get started tonight, this is going to be TSW Wednesday Night Wrestling. But I did want to go over and kind of show you guys the titles. So just looking at a few of the titles, Mimi, the only one to earn the women's cruiserweight title. Something I thought was pretty interesting about this, didn't even notice, but if you look here on the hardcore title, Boom, Father Time, and Rob Lee, right? Days held, Father Time's held it the longest. But then if you look at the Intercontinental title, as of Monday Night Wrestling concluding, when Boom wins it, you have Boom, Father Time, and Rob Lee. The same ones. The same winners of the Intercontinental belt are the same winners of the hardcore belt. It's because the hardcore belt's kind of a introduction into other titles like the Intercontinental title, and the Intercontinental title is like kind of almost a stepping stone on either you're going to be the world champ or you've at least got a shot at it. But the same ones, Rob Lee holding it for the longest, then Father Time. Boom, of course, just won it. So yeah, that's pretty cool. That's what our King of the Ring winner will carry. Belt won't be on the line, but when they win it, King of the Ring will have that. The lightweight title, Dave is the only one to ever hold the light heavyweight title. He's held it for 22 days. That's our Queen of the Ring belt. Survival, Rob 4 Kills, our current champion in that, but you have Recon, Jump, Strudel, and Kedri. Kedri's held it for the longest so far. Tag team champions. Kind of how that shakes out right now. Television title. Right now, Chyanne's held it for the longest. She's also defended it the most, but I wouldn't count Mimi out on that, or not Mimi, but Phoenix out on that one just yet. This one's really crazy. You have Penny, who's held it for 8 days, and Ozzy's held it for 29. She's held it every day since. Intercontinental title. Only two winners, Penny and Kylee. Survival, Jane, Miss Frost, and Misti Watson. What's going on, Rowdy? Welcome to the stream. We're just about ready to get underway. Just wanted to kind of show off these titles and who's held on. Jane and TJ's held on to those tag championships. They recently lost them, but they've held on to them for the longest. World title, Totes is not the only one. GC Rock actually won it, but we switched titles, and so got rid of that. But no fears, GC Rock will be the world champion again. I've got no doubt. Those two have some epic battles, and then our 8-man tag team title. So you can see I've got one set up for the women. It's just I haven't figured out a way to introduce it yet. So, guys, with all that said, we are about to get started Wednesday Night Wrestling right now. This is our same Wednesday night arena, but it is a very nice one. It's the arena that made me want to change the Monday night arena to make it at least so it matches up a little bit better in size. So TSW, Wednesday Night Wrestling, coming from Rio Ranchero, New Mexico, tonight. Should be interesting. Now, we did make a couple of little upgrades to this arena, switched a few things around. We're going to let John Cena get right in on this. And everything we're doing right now is to try to get the King of the Ring set up so that it's ready for this pay-per-view. So everything that we've been doing has been leaning in towards that. But we're going to still have some pretty crazy matchups tonight. And every time John Cena comes out, he seems to have some sort of surprise. And typically the surprises happen on Wednesday Night Wrestling, which is odd. You would think they would happen on Monday Night Wrestling, with that being like the flagship. But they've been happening on Wednesday Night Wrestling. Will that same thing be happening here tonight? Don't know. We have to see what our GM has to say. So John Cena wants to announce that Kane's sister is now under contract with TSW. Kane's sister's name is Crimson. You cannot miss her. I'm sure she looks a lot like Kane. And Kane is actually here tonight and will be in a celebrity match against his nephew, Damian. So that's pretty darn exciting. The King of the Ring tournament will end this Sunday at the King of the Ring pay-per-view, and we will know by the end of tonight who is going to be the 4 people going for the King of the Ring match. Also, the world title is on the line tonight in one of the King of the Ring matches, which is kind of crazy. There will be a Queen of the Ring pay-per-view next Sunday, and we will know who that will all involve, I'm sure, by next week sometime. And Crimson will make her debut tonight and get a world title shot against Ozzy. Ozzy has defended her title belt a number of times. And the way she's going to defend it against everybody in the women's division at least one time. Tonight it's going to be against Crimson. Who's going to win? Crimson or Ozzy? It's going to be a crazy good match. So quite the number of bombshells. Again, I guess it's Wednesday Night Wrestling. It's going to be the norm. Dropped by our GM, John Cena, as he announces Kane's sister is under contract and will be getting a title shot here tonight. And here it is. First up, Damian versus Kane in a celebrity match. Of course, no titles are on the line, even if Damian had a title. He is not. The King of the Ring has kind of stunted a lot of people who have made their debut, getting more and more TV time. But I have a feeling once that wraps up, we're going to start seeing a lot of really interesting things going on. You can see Crimson right there, too. That was probably the second or third look. And I did get a message from Digital Dogs. I just read it this morning. I saw it last night, read it this morning. You will see Digital Dogs tonight. But I have a feeling his character may change a little bit after tonight. Matter of fact, while I was waiting, that's what I was reading. I was reading Digital Dog's message. He had a few requests. They seem very reasonable, and we'll see if we can't make that happen. But just like when The Undertaker came in, tonight the fans of TSW Wrestling are in for a crazy treat, getting to watch Kane.
Making his way to the ring from Richmond, Virginia, weighing in at 281 pounds, the Nightmare, Damian.
So kind of funny, in his first 2 professional wrestling matches, Damian has fought against his dad, or with his dad in a tag team match, and now gets to fight against his uncle. I'm sure those two wrestled quite a bit growing up. But now gets to do it in front of all these fans. So should be a really good match. I'm looking forward to it. I'm also kind of excited to see, because we saw a picture of Crimson, but we don't know exactly how big is she, how little is she. Like, we don't know. We just saw the picture. She looks scary in the picture. But we're about to get our eyes on Crimson for the first time as she walks her dad down that aisle in this celebrity match with Damian. Now that's the thing I wonder, how long does Damian hold on to his dad's entrance, right? And when does he break out and start doing his own thing? Because it's going to be his own thing that either gets him over or doesn't get him over. So we'll have to keep an eye out for that as well. Damian getting an idea of what it was like wrestling against his uncle.
His opponent, accompanied by Crimson, and from parts unknown, weighing in at 326 pounds, Kane.
Could you imagine standing in that ring and that walking down to it? No, sir. Just step right on up. The man, the myth, the legend, Kane, getting ready to get it on with his nephew. But you know it's all in good fun. These celebrity matches all in good fun. The first celebrity won last time, but technically Damian was on his team. So 6 in one, half a dozen in the other. And getting started right away, big side slam up over the head of Damian. And you can see these guys are about the same size, but look, Crimson already getting involved. She's like, hey, I work here now too, cuz. Letting her cousin know, hey, I am also in TSW wrestling now. Kane putting him in the Steiner recliner. Damian getting back out of it. And if you look closely at Damian's shirt, you would think it's an Undertaker shirt, but it's actually got Damian's name on the back of it. Pretty cool. Kane fighting out of it. And now big belly to belly. That is a lot of weight coming down on that ring. Hopefully those ring engineers tighten them screws up just a little bit, knowing that these two big guys are going to be in it at the same time. And we know that Damian's got all of his dad's moves. Obviously learned them from his dad, Undertaker. But there's a different one. Big Superman. We like to call that the donkey punch. But punches his uncle right in the old forehead. And there we go. That submission move is called the Gates of Hell in real life. But Kane is not going to go down easy. Kane, a multi-time WWE World Champion. Still does some celebrity stuff with the WWE. But is also a governor, if you didn't know that. And a big slam, and Damian probably lost his breath on that one. And this was one of the big guys who actually went up top. A little bit more than you would think. Didn't like what he saw, though, so he jumps back down, whips Damian into the corner. Damian sidesteps him. And now just unleashes a barrage on his uncle. But Kane's like, nope, right back up. Crimson again, helping out old dad. And Kane's going to step right through that door. And now looks like he might have been setting up for it and then thought better of it. Looked like he was going to put the old choke slam on his nephew. Goes for the pin, 1. Gets a 1 count. And Damian, technically, this is his very first singles match. And now he's setting up for any number of things. But it looks like the final ride. And Crimson threw a chair into the ring that Damian uses to slam her dad down on. Total miscue there, but then realizing her mistake, goes over and tells the referee, hey, I don't know, your hair might be a little out of regulation. It's getting a little long there. Referee very thankful for Crimson's input. But what he wasn't doing was his job and giving the count to Damian. Whoa, Kane, that is a big right hand from the seated position. Knocks Damian off of his feet. Gives his daughter a front row view to the whooping he's trying to put on her cousin. Damian jumps to nowhere. Completely misses it. And that is 2 times that he has missed. Kane gonna make him pay for his mistake. Big right clothesline. Referee finally figures out that there's a chair. And Crimson throws Damian back into the ring. Dad's like, okay, maybe I can get him now. And there it is. Big elbow right into the back. And Kane gets to work on that back. If Kane works that back over, gets that chokeslam in, that's where you're landing. Probably why he's trying to work that over a little bit. So it's going to be interesting moving forward once we can get the King of the Ring settled. Where Damian starts to settle in. Where the bookers are going to put him. Does he go right after the world title or maybe something else? Everybody's got to prove themselves in TSW, so everybody's got to start somewhere. It'll be interesting, though, to see where he starts out. Kane in the old Steiner recliner. And we haven't seen anybody tap out to that recently, so there was a time where we used to see it all the time. People just tapping left, tapping right. It's like a tap dance. Oh, and there it is. Tombstone pile driver on his uncle. Goes for the pin. And it looked like the referee said he was in the ropes a little bit. Although it looked like he was out, but referee made the call. And now Damian getting to work with a series of right hands and then a Pele kick, which is crazy for a man of his size. Just split his uncle open. Because you know, even if they're related, they want to win. And I thought he might have came up with his first singles win in TSW. Goes and sets up for it again. He has given Kane the last ride already, and it looks like he's going to get it one more time. rolls him up, high up on the leg. 1, 2, 3. And Damian will come away with the win tonight against his uncle in our celebrity guest match here on TSW Wednesday Night Wrestling. Even went as far to split his uncle open, but you know it's going to take a lot to beat Kane.
Here is your winner, the Nightmare, Damian.
You can see Crimson down there upset that dear old dad lost in a celebrity match, but Crimson is going to get her shot tonight here on TSW at the world title in her debut match. Now, if you remember back, Ozzy's debut match was for the world title, and ever since, she has defended that title. So, will Crimson be the one to stop it tonight? Don't know. Gonna have to wait and see. Now, this is going to be a Queen of the Ring match. The last two competitors will move on in the tournament, but it is also going to be for Kylie's newly won Intercontinental title. So, kind of weird. You have the television champion that is also in this, but anytime if it's going to be a title match, it's going to be for the higher title. So this will be the first time we don't see the television title defended, although we will see it in the ring. Now, if Shyanne ends up winning the Intercontinental title belt, she will immediately vacate the television title, and it will be up for grabs. And at the pay-per-view, we will have a match, which normally we're not going to fight for the television title at a pay-per-view, but we will have a match for that. But we don't know what's going to happen. For all we know right now, Shyanne goes out first, and all of what I just said is null and void. But just know there is a plan, just in case. But we're going to have to see what happens, because we don't, end of the day, we don't really know what's going to happen. You guys get to see it when I see it. You can't hear it, but I'm just telling you, the Wolfpack music is on.
From Jersey City, New Jersey, she is the Women's Television Champion.
Yeah, don't.
The Maniac, Shy Girl, Davis.
Yeah, don't let Totes my goats get his groove thing on. It gets kind of crazy up in here. What's going on, Dragonov? Tonight, matter of fact, in the very next match, this is for the Queen of the Ring, the very next match is going to be our first King of the Ring match that will feature Totes my goats, Dragonov, Kempty Watson, and Kedri. And the world title will be on the line in that match. So, this won't be Dragonov actually using the Money in the Bank. He's not using it. It's just on the line, and he's in that match. So now that's going to be possibly two shots that Dragonov has. Or Dragonov ends up winning the world title and still has the Money in the Bank. That's kind of a protected title right there, you know what I mean? Nobody can use the Money in the Bank against Dragonov because Dragonov is the Money in the Bank winner. But maybe gets forced to put that title on the line.
Introducing the challenger from every man's nightmare. She is one half of the Alliance Women's Tag Team, Miss Scorpion.
Miss Scorpion, you know, she's having a pretty good run. She's won a couple titles now, lost a couple, but she's won the television title and now has won the Tag Team Champions last Monday night and has got her first shot at the Intercontinental title belt that Kylee won on Monday Night Wrestling. So, will be interesting. It's going to be a tough match. All on GC, yes, I hear that. But G is not in the match. Not in that one. He's in a different one.
And introducing the challenger from Austin, the Rebel,
Oh, Misti Watson. Her daughter holds the Intercontinental title belt, and she's going to wrestle her here tonight to try to take that belt from her. If you watch all these wrestlers, you can see just about every time there's something slightly different with almost all of them.
And introducing the champion from Austin, Texas. She is the Women's Intercontinental Champion, the Anomaly, Kylee Watson.
Kylee Watson, newly crowned Intercontinental Champion, making her way down to the ring. Now, honestly, her and Shyanne are really known more as a tag team. But now, with the Queen of the Ring tournament going on, it has taken some of the tag team and tag team partners and pitted them against each other in some of these matches. Because at the end of the day, they are tag team partners. But now you have one of them who's won the television title. You've got Kylee, who's now won the Intercontinental title. So she will be getting a shot at some point at the world title. We're going to let her Intercontinental title reign play out first. That could end tonight. It might not end for a year. Who knows? But that belt is on the line right now. How messed up would it be if Shyanne beats her tag team partner? That'd be messed up, right? But look, at the end of the day, there could only be one winner, so you know these guys are all going to be going at it. Now, I do find it interesting that Kylee and Shyanne aren't paired up right off the bat. I like that. But Miss Scorpion, Kylee going at it. Misti and Shyanne going at it. And Kylee rolling up Miss Scorpion for a 1-2 count. But again, way early in this match for that to have gone any differently. Shyanne trying to get back up to her feet. Not able to do it just yet. And Kylie's pretty firmly in control of what's going on. Oh, Shyanne almost did the old sneaky sneak on her partner, but Kylee jumped out of the ring, didn't see her coming. And Misti gives Shyanne the old flippity-doodah out of the corner. Only for a 1 count, though. And remember, in this match, yes, the Intercontinental title is on the line. Last person standing is going to be the Intercontinental Champion. But the last 2 people standing are going to advance in the Queen of the Ring tournament. Now, that won't be settled until next week. But at least they'll know they're moving on. Looks like Shyanne setting up in the middle of the ring and does it. That is called the 8-second ride. Puts that on Misti. 1, 2, and gets a 2 count. The 8-second ride, one of my favorite looking finishing moves in the game. Believe it was originally performed by the 1-2-3 Kid, X-Pac or 6, whatever you want to call him. And Misti getting back to work on Shyanne. Looks like Miss Scorpion kind of has Kylee handled right now. And now Misti setting up Not even her real finishing move. So that's interesting. And only gets a 2 count. It still was a finishing move. It just wasn't her finishing move. It's funny, but Misti actually has one of the most devastating finishing moves in TSW wrestling. It is a move that in real life has never been kicked out of, called the end of days. That's not what we call it for Misti, though. Misti goes for the pin, 1, and still only a 1 count on Shyanne. Big clothesline, 2 clotheslines off the rope. Referee trying to get out of the way. Kicks, takes Kylee down to the ground. And puts her in this weird slam move. That would just knock the wind out of you. And Miss Scorpion goes for the pin on our Intercontinental Champion and gets a 2 count. Hard to see what's going, but it looks like Cheyenne's kind of reversing stuff. Now Miss Scorpion is setting up for the Scorpion. Yep, the Scorpion Slam. And Kylee kicks out of it, must have been in the ropes. But because there was a pin going on the outside, the referee was not in position to immediately put that down. Might have saved Kylee. And one good big O slam deserves another good old big O slam. And Kylee returns the favor to Miss Scorpion. And rolling up Misti, 2. Still only a 2 count. Now Kylee setting up for what is known as the slingshot. Engaged. And rolls up Miss Scorpion. And Kylee beats Miss Scorpion with the slingshot maneuver. Sees her mom, Misti, going up to the top rope. Knocks her down. Tries to hit her again. Misti crossbody to the champion. The next person pinned or tapped out of this match will be eliminated from the Queen of the Ring tournament. And it just looks like a brawl right now. Shyanne trying to go up to the top rope. Kylee getting up to her feet. Shyanne now jumping, diving headbutt off the top rope. A move made famous by Chris Benoit. 2, 3. And Shyanne eliminates Misti. Now, to this point, these two have not faced off. They are tag team partners, but they're going to face off right now. And the winner is going to be the Intercontinental Champion. Shyanne kicks out. So you got Shyanne, the current TV champion, Kylee, the current Intercontinental Champion. And they're both tag team partners. They tag team together, and that's what they're known for. But they've got singles competition or singles titles now. So this is going to be crazy. What a crazy finish. And this might be the thing I said. What happens if Shyanne beats Kylee? Their team goes down to only 1 title from 2 titles, even though they're individual singles titles. And the television title gets vacated and will be fought for later. 1, 2 count on Shyanne. And is this going to cause turmoil between them in the tag team ranks? Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. Who knows? And that move that we called earlier, that's called the Gates of Hell submission hold. For real. Shyanne fighting her way out of it, though. It was locked in there for a little while, so that definitely did its damage. Big right boot. And a knee across the chest of Kylee. Big slam. And a quick pin. 1, 2. Oh! I about called the 3 count. The referee did not, however. And Shyanne going up to the top rope. Is this going to be the thing? I don't know that Kylee knows she's on the top rope. But she does. Catches her powerbomb, sits through, pin. And I don't know how Shyanne even kicked out of that, because that should have been it. That should have been it. And oh, the big O slam again. It's almost like the good girl slam. I mean, they cross the legs, they slam it down. It's like if the good girl way to ride a horse. So, 1, 2, and Shyanne still's kicking out. And she's had some pretty big moves done to her. Now she stands up, hits her with the 8-second ride, rolls her up high on the leg. 1, 2, 3, and she ends up winning. I cannot tell you how tough she has got to be to take on some of the blows that were dealt to her and still come through and be able to hit the 8-second ride.
Here is your winner and new Women's Intercontinental Champion, the Maniac, Shy Girl Davis.
So what's crazy, and congratulations goes out to Shyanne, but what's crazy is both those competitors, Shyanne and Kylee, do advance on in the Queen of the Ring tournament, but the television title has just now been vacated. There is no television champion because our current television champion just won the Intercontinental title belt. So now, at the King of the Ring pay-per-view, we will put the television title up on the line. The winner of whatever that match is going to be will be our new television title holder. Fair enough, but now, this could have been a main event. Had Crimson not showed up tonight to face Ozzy and have the women's world championship on the line, this would have been our main event. Because tonight, Dragonov, Kempty Watson, and Kedri get their shot at a world title. Now, this is a King of the Ring match. We have 2 tonight. This is the first one. World title is on the line. Last 2 standing advanced in the tournament. Last one standing has the world title. So this is it. This is interesting. None of them have had a world title shot yet. So I'm excited. We could have a brand new world champion tonight, or Totes Goats might just walk back out of that ring with the championship belt securely on his shoulder. Either way, we're going to find out right now.
Introducing the challenger from Austin, Texas, weighing in at 204 pounds, the Phantom, Kempty Watson.
Kempty Watson, old Army buddy of Totes Goats, making his way down to the ring. You saw his wife, Misti. You saw his daughter, Kylee, in the last match, and now you get to see Kempty make his way down to the ring, getting his first shot at the world title. Now, Kempty is tag teamed up with Cecil Davis, and that is what they are most known for, is tag team. But again, it's crazy. The King of the Ring tournament has brought out some singles, starting to create some more superstars. That's always a good thing. Always a good thing for TSW. Growing talent.
Challenger from Bray, County Wicklow, Ireland, weighing in at 225 pounds, Scotty.
I'm going to tell you, he's already won. He's 3-0 right now in just the entrance alone. But can the Kedri Roll the entrance wins up into some wins inside the ring. Now, he has won the Survival Championship, recently lost it to Rob 4 Kills, but he did win the Survival Championship and now getting his shot at the TSW World Championship, highest title in all of TSW wrestling, but has the best entrance hands down. Hopefully Kedri also gets the new game, recreates himself,
and introducing
so I can upload it.
Challenger from Asgard, weighing in at 223 pounds, the great Draven the Dragon.
Oh, Dragonov. It's funny, if you watch him walk in and you look at his tattoos, they somehow magically morph into something completely different when he wrestles. I would say that's the magic of a dragon. I can't explain it. I can just tell you that's how it goes. That's how it happens. Dragonov, still the Money in the Bank holder, but gets his shot at the world title tonight. Did not even have to use that Money in the Bank briefcase. Look, all the tattoos are different. Look. Some are added. Like, it's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, don't turn your back on the Wolfpack. Totes my goats coming your way.
The champion from Huntsville, Alabama, weighing in at 262 pounds. He is the world champion, the Reaper.
If I could only recreate in real life one belt and walk around with it, it would be that belt. That is a good-looking title belt. And it's simple. It was it was more simple to make. And then I started noticing, you know what? The better you make the lines, the simpler the thing is. Like, it looks complicated, but the simpler it is, typically the better. It comes out looking better, and I wonder if it's going to be that way when WWE 2k19 comes out. But Totes my goats putting that sexy title belt on the line tonight. Totes my goats, it's cray cray adorbs. Look at that belt. I'm telling you, woo, sexy. You might want to go back and pause that video, get a little screenshot of that. A sharp-looking title belt. So here we go. Kempty Watson, Kedri, Dragonov, and Totes my goats getting ready to lock it up for the World TSW World Championship. Title belt on the line right now. Everybody going for it. Everybody get up. Dragonov and the Kedri in control of this match right now. Remember, the last two competitors in this match will move on in the Queen of the Ring. Pelzer, what is going on, brother? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, the Irish Ginger. What is this? I'm not even going to count those first four pins. It happens every four-way match. I might tell you why later, but happens every time. Always 2 counts. And now we're going to get it on for real. It is one of the ways that this match gets sped up, though. Big European uppercut. Dragonov sends Kempty out to the outside. And Kedri head first right into diamond cut right away. Kedri might be in a little bit of trouble. Totes my goats picking him up by the old kibasa and slamming him back down. Kedri again, European uppercut. And backbreaker. Backbreaker. And backbreaker. Dragonov letting the crowd know. He knows what's going on here. Kempty trying to get him. Brings him down on top of his head. Rolls him over. Only gets a 1 count. Big slam by Kedri on Totes Magoats. And a series of knees right now being run into the Dragon. And just one big knee being run into Totes Magoats. And Kempty and Dragonov look like they're going to take it right on back to the outside. Kedri shaking his moneymaker for the crowd. Crowd getting into it. They're really digging that. And Dragonov delivering a big elbow right before Totes puts the tombstone pile driver on Kedri. Kedri's had a diamond cutter. He's had a tombstone pile driver put on him. 2. Kicks out in 2 though. Dragonov catches the foot and rolls him up. Puts him in a half Boston Crab submission hold. Kempty fighting his way out. And Totes Magoats setting it up. Trying to put on the extraction. Can he get Kedri out of the dark zone? 1, 2. And Kedri kicks out in 2. I am actually pretty shocked that he kicked out, but that kind of goes. 2, 3, and Dragonov has eliminated Kempty. Now we're down to 3 people. Kedri catches Dragonov, but Dragonov not having it. Kicks out in 1. Totes Magoats trying to make his way back up. And Scorpion death drop on Kedri. Dragonov found that quite amusing. And Totes delivers a knee right there. A right arm. And now just a series of rights to Dragonov. Dragonov says enough with the rights. Here's the left. Head scissors takedown on Totes Magoats. Totes rolls out a little bit in the ring, but Dragonov sees Kedri get up. Head scissors him down to the ground. And now what is he doing? Heading up to the top. Kedri trying to get up. Totes sees it and misses. He misses Dragonov, and Dragonov hits him with the old elbow right on top of the scunion. Man. And Kedri's the one that comes smelling like a bunch of roses. And Totes crawls over, tries to roll Dragonov up, but still only a 1 count on Dragonov. And I'm going to tell you, I think Dragonov right now might be in the best position, health-wise, to win this title. That is the first 2 count we have seen on Dragonov so far. Totes Magoats throws Kedri out of the ring. Dragonov trying to get to his feet. Totes trying to figure out which way he's going to go with this. Dragonov gets back in the corner and says, hey, let me relax this one up a bit. It's been a long match. And head right into the steel steps. Totes tries to hit Dragonov with the right, gets blocked, and Dragonov takes Totes down to the ground as well. Big right foot right to the side of the head. And Dragonov now setting up for what I'm going to guess is the Dragon Bomb right onto a Kedri. Takes him, rolls him up. Referee not in position. 1, 2, 3. And now no matter what happens, Dragonov and Totes Magoats will advance to the next round of the King of the Ring competition. They will be in the finals to see who the King of the Ring is going to be. But right now the world title is still on the line, and Totes just hits Dragonov with the tombstone pile driver. The referee from out of nowhere, who knows even where he was at. Dragonov kicks out in 2, and we have a match. Totes trying to get the crowd into it. And I don't know, Totes might beat himself up. Might not even need Dragonov to do it. He just keeps beating his own chest. Oh, knife edge chop right into the chest of Dragonov, but Dragonov gets that reversed back around and started with a series of kicks. And Totes is like, let's get this back in the ring. Let's settle this one in the ring. Rolls him up, but yeah, it's not time for all that. And I'll say two of the probably best inked up, tatted people in the game going at it for the world title. Oh, double axe handle. And what is this? Oh, throws Dragonov right between the ropes into that side corner crossbar. And Totes McGoats looks like he is, and that is the extraction. Splits open Dragonov, goes for the pin, rolls him up. 1, 2, 3, and Totes McGoats extracts the world title out of the dark zone. What a crazy match. And I'm going to tell you that for sure isn't the last time you're going to see that, because Dragonov, because they're going to be in the finals, and because the world title has to be on the line, whoever wins the King of the Ring title belt, I don't know how I'm going to do it, to be honest. I don't know how we're going to do that, because the King of the Ring belt is on the line. We will figure that out. We have a little bit of time to think about that. But holy cow. Thank you, Dragonov. But, like, that's not over. Dragonov at any time can have a world title shot. Coach's character is not 99.
Here is your winner, and still world champion.
I am probably the 15th highest rated wrestler. What's funny, because of their size, Dragonov and Phoenix are the highest rated wrestlers in TSW. A little inside information for y'all, and I'll tell y'all because you're here watching and supporting. So that it won't be the last time, though, that we see that world title on the line. And I have a feeling that one of these times we're going to see the world title on the line one-on-one. And then what happens? That's going to be interesting. Now, though, moving on, Dave has got the TSW Light Heavyweight Championship on the line. Simba getting another shot at it. Danny getting another shot. And Digital Dogs getting his first shot at it. You might want to pay attention to how Digital Dogs looks right now. Next time you see him, probably going to be a little bit different. Made a few requests on how he wanted his character to look. I think that's very doable, so we are going to try that right after we go off the air tonight. So, yeah, he might have a different look coming up. We'll see if we can make it cool, or see if we can't. Yeah, it's funny. Totes McGoats is now I'm on a win streak, but I was on a crazy losing streak until I won the world title. And since I've won it, I've actually been on a winning streak. So, yeah, it's weird how it happens. It is weird. Like Phoenix. Phoenix was on this crazy, 20-match win streak when we were doing it, when I really wasn't even doing it on, on stream. Crazy, 20-match win streak, and now she's on about a 4-game losing streak, or 4-match losing streak. So, yeah, it's weird how it happens. I will tell you this, though. There will be even more TSW wrestlers.
Making his way to the ring from Manchester, England, weighing in at 220 pounds, the legend, Danny Lance.
There will be even more TSW wrestlers in about 5 weeks making debuts, right? When the new game comes out and I recreate all this stuff. So it'll be interesting to see, how long that's going to take. Might take a hot minute. I mean, it might be 1 month of no TSW wrestling while I'm trying to recreate all of this stuff. What I've been doing lately is recreating it a little bit, tweaking it a little bit, right? But all the work I'm doing right now is null and void when the new game comes out. because it's a PS4 game and I have a PS5 and where things get saved, we may still have this and I may just work on that. But stream this.
And introducing
I don't know.
The challenger from Dayton, Ohio, weighing in at 205 pounds, the King, Silva.
Simba, King of the Ring, the Lion King, making his way down to the ring and getting another shot at the TSW Light Heavyweight Championship. We don't have enough wrestlers to have cruiserweights, so we went with the Light Heavyweight Champion. We only have like 2 or 3 cruiserweights. Then I took Dragonov out to eat. Dragonov put on about 15 pounds in the game, so he ate good that day. But Dragonov now, not the lightest. Matter of fact, I think the lightest is Kempty now. Dragonov is the second or third lightest, though.
And introducing the challenger from Dodoma, Tanzania, weighing in at 252 pounds, the show, Dizzy Dog.
Oh, Digital Dog has the Eagle Bear on the back of his shirt. Don't know if you guys noticed that. But if he turns around again, that is the Eagle Bear on back of his shirt. If I could get a better cutout, not a where there was no background and it was just the Eagle Bear with no background, that would be amazing. But I don't. I couldn't find one of those, so that's what I got. So I got to put it on a black shirt. But it would be cool to be able to put that anywhere. It would actually be
the champion from Newcastle upon Tyne, England, weighing in at 220 pounds. He is the light heavyweight champion, Dangerous Dave.
Dangerous Dave, another sexy belt. It would actually be very cool to have like the cooler guns. The cooler guns and the hunter masks cut out like that on stickers to where you would be able to put them. Because I think if I had the hunter masks and I think if I had the guns, the hunter mask I could probably actually wrap around faces. I don't know. I haven't done it yet to know if I could do it or not. But he does. That's a good call, Pelzer. He does look like Scorpion. That is funny. So here we go. Light heavyweight title on the line, and that's the only thing on the line. You're either going to win the light heavyweight title or you're not going to win the light heavyweight title. Digital Dogs, if you look at that tattoo on his chest, it's my favorite tattoo in the game. I sat there, I'll admit it, Totes McGoat sat there and debated on whether or not I was going to let him have it or me take it. But come on, it's Digital Dogs. You gotta let everybody in the game have like super cool stuff, right? All right, getting back into the game. Head scissor takedown on the champ. Gets picked up, power bomb, and it looks like Digital. So the first guy to enter the ring is Danny Ladz. I have gamed with Danny for a long time. Matter of fact, if you look at the back of his jacket, that's actually his YouTube profile pic. Pretty cool. So yeah, kind of getting separated up now. Now you've got people inside and outside the ring. And the stuff that typically goes fastest, if you guys haven't noticed, are the guys outside the ring because they are taking easily the most damage, especially if they're getting body slams. Not the punches, not the kicks, but they're getting thrown into steel steps like that. Dave, head first, right into those steel steps. Digital made it just in time. Digital, that is you inside the ring with the orange pants on. Now, I just read what you said, and I think we could do that. So the next time you see your guy, he will look how you described him. Digital setting up and puts Danny in the doghouse. 2, 3. Oh, just a 2 count. Thought that was going to be 3. Danny coming back. European uppercut to Digital. And Digital whips him up on the outside. Simba with kind of a crazy neck breaker. Now Simba setting up for his finisher. The old king of the jungle rolls up Dave. 1, 2, and only a 2 count. Now Digital going for a pin on the outside. Danny kicks back out. Dave gets out of what he was in. And a big kick right to the head of Simba. That is quite the agile move. And Digital setting back up again. Could be putting Danny in the doghouse, but on the outside of the ring. And yeah, no, Danny flipped out of it somehow. Because had he hit that, Danny would not have been getting up. That is too much stuff. Oh, a swinging, like diamond-style cutter on Digital. But Digital kicks out in a hurry. Simba again set up. 1, 2. And tried a different finishing move there. So many things going on right now. Dave trying to get control again. Digital sends Danny right in. Face first into those steel steps. You do not last long in this match if you're going to keep running head first into things. And Digital introduced Danny to the corner of the apron. Missile drop kick by Dave onto Simba. Thought he might try for the pin. Doesn't. Hits him now with 2 clotheslines and a swinging neck breaker. And this is the move that I have watched Dave win with many times. I call it the backpack, but he let him go at the bottom. Doesn't always do that, though. And you can tell everybody in the ring right now is getting very, very tired. This has been going on. Big side slam by Digital. Digital's like, hey, crowd, did you see that? Check it out. And Danny reverses out of that for a shoulder block. Dave setting up for what? Nope. Not the twisted tango, and a different thing. And Danny's got Digital in kind of a Steiner type recliner, like a half Steiner, partial recliner. Simba, somehow, Dave doesn't go for the pin, and now Simba cut open, but he is going off the rope, up, uses Dave against Dave, kicks him. Digital Dogs just hit the doghouse again on Danny, rolls him up. 1, 2, 3, and Danny has been eliminated. Simba takes Dave down, and then Digital right after eliminating Danny, right on top of Simba with a quickness, hits him, knocks him out of the ring, and looked like he was going to play up to the crowd, changed his mind, and just went back and getting after Simba again. Dave has come too, but Dave's like, hey, I want to get me some Simba also. And neither one of them can decide who's going to fight Simba first. And we'll call that a knee breaker. Simba with a big right foot right up underneath the jaw of Dave. And Dave said, hey, I can go up under the jaw too. And a big donkey punch rolls up Simba. 1, 2, and Simba somehow kicks out. They do not call him the king of the jungle for no reason. And Digital reverses it around. misses the kick, and Simba hits him with the cross shoulder breaker. Referee going 2, 3, and Simba eliminates Digital, and now we are down to what the original match was. Simba and Dave. Last time Dave came out on top. Big knee onto Simba. Is Simba going to be able to change the outcome this time? Missed that, missed the other thing. Dave trying to take advantage. Puts him in a cross-folded DDT. Looked like he was trying to get up to the top of the ropes, but has changed his mind. Oh, no, now he changed it again. He changed it twice. The thought's so nice, he had to have it twice. Goes up to the top rope. And, oh, double knees right to the chest and chin of Simba. And Simba still kicks out of it. Dave going for the pin, but a cheap pin. 1, 2, and I wish that pin was better than it was. Whoa, jumps around Dave. Dave was like, what is this guy doing? And ends up on top of his head. Simba's setting up for the King of the Jungle move. Hits it on Dave. Has him pinned. 1, 2, 3. And in a huge upset, Simba pins Dave to become only the second light heavyweight title holder ever in TSW's history. Dave has been the only one. If you go back to the top of this whole broadcast, I walked through all the titles, showed you who's held on to them, how long they've held on to them, and Dave was the only one for the light heavyweight title. Simba pulls it out now to become the second light heavyweight title. Make sure when you see Simba to let Simba know and give him some congratulations. And Digital, I'm just telling you,
Here is your winner and new
this won't be the last time
heavyweight champion.
you're wrestling for a title.
King Silva.
Especially if we debut your new look. Simba, blood running down his head. He went to war, and what's crazy is it was him and Dave for a long time, back and forth, back and forth. Other competitors came, got involved, and then they just kept fighting through. So congratulations goes out to Simba, let him know. We haven't seen this one in a while because we've had the King and the Queen of the Ring tournaments going on, and I said, you know what? You're only going to see this defended about once a month, right? But now it's time for that one time a month to fight for the TSW Women's Survival Championship in an Elimination Chamber match where it is all random. I don't know who's going to be the first two competitors. I don't know who's going to be the next competitor out the door. I always think the champion should be last, but you could either make it random or you could pick the way it goes. I don't want to pick the way it goes. So it's all random. The champion could be fighting first. Could be fighting last. Who knows? We're about to find out, though. The first 4 that come into the arena, we know aren't going to be the first 2 to start the match, right? There's 6 people. This is the way it'll either be the 6-person Elimination Chamber match for the TSW Survival Championship, or it'll be an 8-person elimination match. It's the only 2 ways that we're gonna play this for the Survival title belt. Now, don't know if you remember because it's been a minute. Miss Frost is the current TSW Women's Survival Champion. But tonight, Jane's going to get her shot at it. Denise Demers is going to get her shot. Penny getting her shot at it. Mrs. Totes McGoats, Jane Phoenix, and Miss Frost, she will carry that belt out. But will she leave with the belt? We don't know. Love it. Yeah, I love it when you guys get to see yourselves wrestle. You know what I mean? I like seeing myself wrestle, so.
Introducing the champion from the other side of darkness. She is the Women's Extreme Fighting Champion, Miss Frost.
Miss Frost, Survival Champion. I'm glad to see her come out. We at least know that she's not one of the first two starting. And again, she's the champion. She should be one of the last ones. She won it from the third position last time. So the two competitors were in there. She came out third out of her chamber and ended up winning the title. So it's going to be interesting to see. The only thing we know right now, she's about to hand that belt over to the referee, and she will not be one of the first two. Are we going to get to see somebody get thrown through one of those chambers? I love it when we do. That's the thing that I look forward to the most. Who's coming out next? My guess is Penny. No, it's Jane. So we know now, Jane, one half of the Golden Truth, her tag team partner being T. Jones, will not be one of the first two competitors. And I'm going to tell you what, when Jane was the champion, she was one of the first two competitors, and then that's how she ends up losing it to Miss Frost. Just in the ring too long. The dogs are coming. I love it. If you look, too, it's hard to see, but if you look on the side of your wrestling tights, it'll be easier to see if I make them black. It says, beware of the dog. It's actually an old Rick Steiner thing, but Rick Steiner's not in TSW wrestling, is he? Digital Dogs is. Phoenix! Hey, you guys better pay attention to Phoenix's entrance, because normally she does have a title belt and her entrances are different. But look at all the pyrotechnics that goes off when she doesn't have a title belt. I might have to change that so that it always happens. So now we know Phoenix won't be one of the first two starting. So now it's down to Penny, Mrs. Totes my Goats, Heather. I'm trying to remember the last one. Who was the last one involved in this? Denise Demers. So now we know who is going to start this match off. Denise Demers. That is a pretty cool entrance. Almost Penny-esque, but not quite. And I wonder, Penny will probably do her entrance. Yeah, without a title belt, Penny will probably do her super cool entrance right now. So keep your eye on Penny when she walks out initially. And then what happens before she makes it all the way down to the ring. It's pretty cool. Coolest entrance in TSW. So Denise Demers gonna be one of the ones that starts out the match in the Elimination Chamber, which means Heather D, Mrs. Totes my Goats, and Penny will be the two that start out this entire match, and they will go at it for 2.5 minutes. Better have my money. What? Gonna have my money? That's just a catchy song. There she is, Mrs. Totes my Goats herself, Heather Dozier. Getting ready to go after the TSW Survival title. So, if you're going to have the coolest entrance, you might as well be the last person to come on down to the ring. Quite a sparkly little entrance there. Here we go. Coolest entrance in TSW wrestling happening right now. Here it comes. The Scream is back. So she was in her normal wrestling attire. Drops the smoke. The smoke goes up and down. She is in the smoke, and when she comes out, she has her entrance attire on. How did she do it? Magic. Now she's got glowing eyes. It is crazy. Toasty. So Penny, Heather starting off the match and their quests for the Survival Title Championship. Now, it has never been done with 2.5 minutes in between the chambers opening up. No two competitors have ever started the match with 2.5 minutes in between and came out the winner. Could happen tonight. About to find out. But it starts out one-on-one for 2.5 minutes. Me too. I'm going to tell you, I say this, but I always enjoyed the business side of wrestling. I enjoyed making the stories. I enjoyed the matches. That's what I always found most intriguing. I love it when the story is told in the ring by the wrestlers and how they do it and pairing up the right people to tell those stories, to have those matches. But I also love the people who came up with the idea to pair those two together to have the matches to tell the right stories. And what's crazy about this, I like the fact that I have no control over what's going on, and these guys get after it, and I write stories based on what really happens. So we're constantly, I've got long-term storylines and short-term storylines, and they're constantly changing and moving and interacting and intertwining. And I know I showed you guys this, but like I've got books just full of stuff and storylines and things, and if this happens, then that happens. And it does. Like, it normally takes me a couple days to prepare. Now, I know we did this back-to-back, but that's because I went about 5 or 6 days without doing wrestling, and I had to prepare. So I'm prepared for 3 different shows right now. And we still made changes today. We still did some little tweaks and some stuff. Heather going for the pin. Only gets a 1 count. Oh, she tells Penny, she says, cry me a river. Penny's like, you better hope I don't get up off this match. If I get up off this mat, it's all over. It'll be all over but the crying. Here we go. Who is going to be the very next opponent to come out? Heather setting up for what she calls the H-bomb, and Penny reverses back out of it. You do not want to get hit by that. That is a jumping DDT right on your scunion. Jane now out, so who's Jane going to go after? I'm going to tell you, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. There can be only one. The Highlander said it, except he said it like this. There can be only one, right? So there can only be one winner. What a crazy, that is just a crazy, it's like a Ed Scissors ride down to the ground. And Jane on another level. Now, don't get me wrong, Penny and Heather have been going at it. Jane's the fresh one of all of them. But Jane coming out and just taking control of the ring like that ring is her own. Both the other competitors on the ground. Penny finally gets back to her feet. And I don't know what happened. They looked like they were going after Jane, and then they both decided to go after each other. Both missed what they were doing, and Jane sees Penny coming, ducks it. Penny's like, I know you saw that, but do you see a couple of these punches in your ribs? She did not. And Heather throwing those anyone punches and somehow hitting them both. That is a crazy, different version of the H-bomb. And a big kick right to the ribs. I would say that field goal probably would have been good for him about 53 yards. And, oh, another version of a DDT into the ground. And Penny hits us a quick version of the penny dropper, two. And that was almost over like that. Almost that fast, it was over for Heather. I think Jane kind of tripped on Heather a little bit. That is called a Hurricane Rana. Jane kind of tripped over Heather a little bit and missed the clothesline on Penny. Penny comes back with the Hurricane Rana. And who is going to be next? It is the champion, the survival champion, and things will get a little bit more interesting now because now instead of 2-on-1s, you're going to get 2 1-on-1s. So it looks like it's going to be Heather and Jane. They take their action on the outside of the cage. 2. Miss Frost going for the quick pin on Penny. Penny not having it, though. Kicks out in 2. And Jane, that was like a punt. And she's like, hey, look, you hit me with a bunch of DDTs. I'm going to hit you with a few of my own. Jane setting up for what is known as the last dance of Mary Jane. Puts the DDT right on that steel paneling on the outside. 2, 3, and Jane eliminates Mrs. Totes with the last dance of Mary Jane. Penny now starting to control the ring, rolls up Mrs. Frost. 1, 2, and almost got a sneaky pin on Miss Frost to eliminate the champion. And remember, she is the champion right now. If you want there to be a new champion, she's got to get on out of here. Penny gets her again with a sit-through bridge. Pin doesn't even quite get a 1 count on her, though, for some reason. It looked like Penny had let up off the pin. That wasn't kicked out of. Now Penny on the ground taking a break. Jane now takes over. Little toe pick drives Mrs. Frost right up into the ground there. And Penny was coming for Jane, and Jane's like, I see you coming. Man, throws Penny outside the ring. Huge clothesline. Gets a 1 count on Miss Frost. Who is going to come out next? Is it going to be Denise, Demers, or Phoenix? Which one gets released? And it's Phoenix stepping out into the ring. And again, we're back to some one-on-one matches. Miss Frost goes for the crazy head scissors submission hold. Phoenix gets out. Where's Shane going? I have never seen this. Jane jumps off the side of the cage and hits Penny. And somehow Penny recovers enough to start reversing this back around. I would not have recovered that fast. Jane on another level right now. Jane is throwing Penny into the side of the thing. She's using the cage. She's climbing up to the top. She's jumping off of it. Miss Frost takes Phoenix, drives her into the corner. Penny goes for the pin on Jane. Try to say that 16 times fast. 1, 2, and Jane kicks out. I thought that was a 3. The way the sound happened, there was a body slam. At the same time, the 3 count almost happened. And Mrs. Frost misses it, but then hits Jane with the freezer burn anyway. 1, 2, 3, and Jane gets eliminated by Miss Frost. Miss Frost then tackles Penny and starts with the hammer punches down on top of Penny's head. And face plants Phoenix. Phoenix trying to get her wits about her, get back up. Penny crawling to the ropes. Gets put in to this like half Steiner recliner position. It was like the recliner was broken. And Miss Frost throws her out, kicks Penny down to the ground, and looks like she's going to stay on the inside. Now, here comes Denise Demers. It is going to get back to some one-on-one stuff. That was a standing Hurricane Rana from Penny. And apparently, nobody can decide which one-on-one they want to take. Phoenix goes back after the champ. Denise sits inside with Penny. And remember this, Penny has been in since the very first. She's the last one left. And a big side slam on Denise Demers. Gets a 1 count, and Miss Frost uses Phoenix's legs to catapult her into the side of that ring. And again, puts her in that weird scissor leg submission hold. Penny off the top rope on Denise Demers. Missile drop kick. Phoenix getting out of that. And a bridge pin, but only gets a 1 count. And Denise Demers, you know, right now, Phoenix kind of getting Raw into some deals because every single time she starts becoming the aggressor, something happens and they switch out. And she has to endure the punishment. So can she get on Denise Demers faster this time?
The champion.
Penny just pinned Miss Frost, so no matter what happens, we will have a brand new TSW Survival Champion. Demers goes all the way up to the top, realizes that that's not going to work, and comes right on back down. Penny going after. Hey, welcome to the stream, Dave. Your match did happen earlier. You will definitely want to go check that out. Demers goes for a pin on Phoenix, gets a 2 count. Penny trying to get back to her feet. TSW Survival Championship on the line. Penny with the head scissors takedown and laying the boots to Demers. Demers is the one who has the most health right now. She is kind of in the best position to win this. Whoa! Phoenix went to put her in the rise of Phoenix. Penny blocks it, grabs the leg, rolls her up on kind of a surprising kick, and a huge flying right forearm onto Penny. Penny goes down. She goes to hit Demers with it. Penny kind of in the way, trips over Penny, misses it, and then Demers went to take advantage of that, but Penny back to her feet. Now Penny's setting up for her finishing move on Phoenix, and hits Phoenix with her smaller version of the penny dropper. 1, 2, 3, and now Phoenix has been eliminated. So whoever it's going to be, it is either going to be Penny, or it's going to be Denise Demers. But Denise Demers was the last one who came into the ring, and Penny was the first. That is a crazy spinning neck breaker. And it looks like Demers is setting up. Went for her finishing move, but swing and a miss. Penny sidesteps it, and now back up on top and in control of this match. And what is going on here? Belly to belly takedown. 1, 2, and Denise Demers kicks out, but I would have thought she would have kicked out earlier on a move like that. Maybe we're wrong, and there she goes again and hits Denise Demers with the smaller version of the penny dropper. And Demers kicks out, but I have a funny feeling. That if Penny can get the actual penny dropper in, it might be all over but the crying. Only a 1 count. Because you know the penny dropper comes off the top rope. What is this? Looks like a power. Looked like it was supposed to be a power bomb, but look, Penny's back gave out, and she may have hurt herself on that. Kind of a sit-through slam into a pin. And is Penny going to be able to maintain this for the rest of the match? Is this injury going to come back and plague her or not? There it is! Almost there it was. That is almost the penny dropper. So I thought it was, but it was the same kind of version off the top rope, but it was a bulldog off the top rope. Goes for the pin now, and that could do it. 1, 2. Yeah, if you see the actual penny dropper, that is a crazy move. It's a really good move in this game. Penny going up to the top rope. Does Denise see her doing it? Denise moving around a little bit. Penny up and drops the elbow. That looks like it might have taken a little bit out of her too. Remember, her back looks like it may have been injured. Penny trying to fight through. Denise Demers walking the tightrope, almost Undertaker-esque, and delivers a big forearm down on the shoulder of Penny. And now Denise sets up again. And there it is. Denise Demers' finishing move. It looked like Penny's foot might have been in the ropes, but then came undone. And somehow Denise Demers, through all of the punishment she took in that match, ends up coming out on top and becoming TSW's next Survival Champion. Again, these are special title belts. They don't get defended all the time. Denise Demers becoming our next TSW Survival Champion.
Here is your winner and new Women's Extreme Fighting Champion, Devious Denise Demers.
Denise Demers went and changed her face paint color scheme and then comes away with the Survival Championship. I'm telling you, but I think Penny, if Penny could have found a way to get the penny dropper in there one time, I think it would be completely different. But that is as far as anybody's ever gone from the first position. Nobody's even made it to be the last two, so kind of crazy. Now, this match is going to determine, we already know Dragonov and Totes are going to be in the final of the King of the Ring tournament. This is going to determine who the next two components in that match are. And that match happens at the King of the Ring pay-per-view to become the King of the Ring. So in this match, we've got Strudel, we've got Rob Lee, we've got GC Rock, and we have Father Time. So, the other thing is, Rob Lee is the hardcore champion. The hardcore title is on the line also in this match. So, the first two, or the last two standing, will move on to the King of the Ring tournament. Or the King of the Ring final at the King of the Ring pay-per-view. The last person standing will be the hardcore champion. Right now it's Rob Lee. Can he retain his title or not? That we are about to find out. I'll tell you, before we started the TSW stuff, Strudel was the hardcore champion forever. He's had one shot at it, didn't make it. Now, yeah, that's the other thing. It could have been different if her back was okay, but you could see where she fell down, and you can be injured in this game.
Introducing the challenger from Birmingham, England, weighing in at 310 pounds. He is one half of the champions, GC Rock.
GC Rock, another special title holder with the 8-man tag team champion. And if you haven't seen that match, go back in the title, find out where that happened, and watch that match. That is a crazy match. It's a one-of-a-kind match where tag teams, 4 tag teams get together, but they compete as individuals and not against each other. Last person standing in that becomes, for their team, the 8-man tag champions. I know, isn't that crazy? Hey, I'm telling you right now, if that was possible, you would have been the one to do it. And that's the other thing. I am actually really excited to see what some of the new things like that are coming, because they recreated the entire game. It's on a completely different engine. It looks amazing from what we've seen so far. But what new stuff did they add in there? What kind of new entrances?
And introducing the challenger from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 230 pounds, the legend, Daddy T.
Oh, Daddy T, Father Time. Yeah, and then you think about this game. This is 2k19. The new game, 22. It has been 3 years. Everybody keeps saying 2 years, but if you think about when this game actually came out and when that game's coming out, it will have been 3 years. That's 3 years of wrestling ideas, 3 years of new entrances and new wrestlers and new attires and new this and new moves and all this new stuff. 3 years of new stuff just in real life wrestling. And now you put in a brand new engine. So now what can you do? What did they want to do before that they couldn't do that they are going to be able to do now? And they built this out on next-gen systems. It's available on current-gen systems, but they built it out on next-gen systems. So, like, it's going to be crazy. Like, if you really think about it, it is going to be crazy. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. They say that they're taking care of a bunch of the clipping issues, which will be awesome. They say the title belts look amazing. We haven't seen them yet, but they say that they look even better than they looked in this game. So, yeah, I'm so excited to see what... And if you can fly in on a dragon, Dragonov, you'll be flying in on a dragon. Faux show.
And introducing the challenger from St. Paul, Minnesota, weighing in at 285 pounds, Stone Hard.
Old Strudel coming in, trying to get his shot at the TSW World or Hardcore Championship, really in another lifetime, in another wrestling universe, was also, much like Phoenix, one of the longest tenured champions that we had. People couldn't beat him. So, him and Teddy really were trying to get rolling as a tag team, but King of the Ring happened, right? So, a bunch of single stuff started happening, and he just keeps advancing. So, who's it going to be? Who's going to join Dragonov and Totes to see who becomes the four-way?
From St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 273 pounds, he is the Alliance Hardcore Champion, the Warden, Rob Lee.
Yeah, in a four-way match, who is going to become the King of the Ring? There's a lot of stuff on the line. If you become the King of the Ring, you are guaranteed some title shot at every single pay-per-view that happens in TSW wrestling. You're the King of the Ring. That's what it's going to be. In real life, King of the Ring never really meant much, right? After the first one. In TSW, King of the Ring is going to mean something. Every single time the King will be on that pay-per-view event. And so will the Queen when we decide the Queen. And then culminating at the end of a WrestleMania-style event where the King of the Ring will face, if he isn't already or she is, the Queen isn't already, will get the world title shot. Just how it goes. That's a sharp-looking belt, too. Yeah, this is it's a good game. I wouldn't even buy this game right now, though. In 5 weeks, in 5 short weeks, 2K22 is going to be out. That's what I would buy. So we already know, like, look, each one of them has a finisher move right off the bat. They're going to hit their guy with the finisher move. Hey, when Totes doesn't walk out with the title belt, that's what he carries his baseball bat. It's kind of funny. Sting's my guy. Yeah, Strudel just hit him with his finishing move. He's going to give 2 count on G. Yeah, police baton. The big boss man, that's who used to carry that one out. So what's funny is in this match are the 2 guys that actually have very similar finishing moves. Father Time putting the sands of time on Rob Lee, but again, now everybody is almost, I think everybody's used their finishers. So now it's time to get serious. GC Rock and Strudel going at it. Father Time and Rob Lee going at it. Yeah, I'm just trying to save you some money. In the course of 2 weeks, I ended up spending $250 on 2K20, which is broken, and I couldn't get a refund, and 2K19, $100+ versions of both those games. And now I'm buying the $119 version of 2K22. But it's been a little while, so it's cool, right? Now, all the competitors are on the outside of the ring. Big kind of like shoulder carry. Rob Lee going for a pin. I know. 2. Yeah, it was a lot of money. You ain't kidding. I was kind of pissed off about the whole thing. I didn't realize, I thought, like every other game, it was broken, like all the reviews in the beginning, but it had been like 8 months. So I thought that they fixed it. They did not fix it. So yeah, I got pissed off, went and bought the 2K19 game, had to recreate everything again, and yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I've gotten more than $200 out of this game, so. But the new game's out, and we're going after the new game. Strudel setting up on GC Rock for the tasty pastry. Hits G with it, rolls him up. 1, 2, and remember, the last two people in this match will go on to the final King of the Ring match at the King of the Ring pay-per-view. So a lot on the line here tonight. Dragonov's already in. Totes is already in. Who is going to be the next two to make it in? And it looked like I might have missed it. Oh, Father Time already split open. But it looked like he had the C4 put on him. 1, 2. She kicks out in 2 again. And quite the fight going inside and outside the ring. I can't even decide which one to talk about more. And now, Father Time bringing Rob Lee back onto the inside. And GC Rock decided he wants a little bit of Father Time. And so Rob's like, all right, I guess you do that. I'll take on Strudel. Picks up Strudel for a big choke slam. Rolls Strudel up. 1, 2. And Strudel kicks out in 2. Also remember, hardcore title on the line right now. Father Time trying to stay on top of GC Rock and take care of that hand. Rolls him up, 1. Only a 1 count. Now Strudel and Rob Lee have very similar finishing moves, just different names. But they look very, very similar. And a big slam set up by Strudel. And Strudel goes to pick him up. Can't do it. Rob reverses out of it, but Strudel right back up on top of him and throws him outside of the ring. I appreciate it. I have a lot of fun doing it. And it looked like, I was going to say, it looked like Father Time was going to pin GC Rock. Gets a 2 count. Kind of paused, though. And that's not what you got to be concerned about with Father Time. Father Time can put you in the sands of time quickly. GC Rock split open, too, even though you can't see it. But under his helmet, he is also bleeding now. Sit-through slam, and GC Rock getting a little bit tired. Rob Lee going for the pin on Strudel on the outside. 1, 2, 3. And Strudel's eliminated, so we know that if anything else happens, Strudel will not be in the finals. The next one to get pinned, and there it is! It is the sands of time put on by Father Time to Rob Lee. Can Rob Lee get out? He can't get out, and that's what I was talking about. That's how fast it happens. Father Time headbutting the helmet. He said, I'm bleeding already. Doesn't even matter. So it's going to be Dragonov. It's going to be Totes McGoats, GC Rock, and Father Time in the finale for the King of the Ring. Crazy. That is crazy. Rob went to do a quick, hey, look at me, Bob, and Father Time somehow recovered real quick, grabbed that arm that he was cheering with the crowd and threw him down and put him in the crossface or the sands of time and had him tap. What is he doing right now? Missile drop kick from the outside of the ring back to the inside, and one thing's going to happen. We are going to have a new hardcore champion. Now, Father Time could end up winning that championship again and would be the first 2-time champion of any title that we have in TSW. Nobody has won the same title twice. Put G in that armbar, or GC Rock could win it for the first time. Could be G's. G setting up for the Pebble Buster. Hits him, goes for the pin. 1, 2, 3, and how fitting is that? GC Rock wins the hardcore title on the Pebble Buster. Very cool. Very cool. So now we know the King of the Ring is set up. Totes McGoats, Dragonov, Father Time, and GC Rock will face off to see who will become TSW's first King of the Ring.
Here is your winner and new Alliance Hardcore Champion, GC Rock.
So GC Rock has won 3 different titles. He's won the Special 8-Man Tag Team title, but he was TSW's very first world title holder, and now becomes the hardcore title holder. And the first one to win 2 different, no, not the first one to win 2 different singles. Father Time, boom, and Rob Lee all did it as well. So, and now, guys, this is time for the main event, the thing that we've been waiting on, the thing that John Cena, the general manager of TSW Wrestling, announced at the top. It is now time for Ozzy to put her title on the line against Crimson. Crimson, one time, getting allowed to let her dad come down and walk her down to the ring in her very first match. And remember, I say this all the time, Ozzy has only ever fought with the world title on the line. Her very first match was against Penny, and it was for the world title. And her next 6 matches have all been for the world title in title defense. Ozzy may, I mean, she's off to a crazy start to this, but she may be on her way to defending her title against every single competitor in the women's division. Think about that. I don't even know what you would call that. That'd be like winning the Triple Crown in baseball, you know what I mean? Crazy. I didn't think that was a thing, but I started looking, and all of her title defenses are against different people.
For one fall, and is for the Women's World Championship.
Crimson making her TSW debut with her dad, Kane. You think about that. That's got to be a proud dad moment right now, walking his daughter down to the ring in her very first professional wrestling match. Now that we're getting our eyes on Crimson, she may very well be the largest woman we have in TSW Wrestling's women's division. I mean, she could be the tallest, the heaviest. Yeah, we're going to see. We're going to see when Ozzy gets down here what that looks like. I know, right? You look at her dad. Ozzy wearing her TSW outfit. TSW members eventually end up with 2 outfits, their normal outfit and then their TSW outfit when they wrestle people in big matches that are outside of TSW. They could put them on. If we ever decided to go into another wrestling organization and invade that organization, for instance, they would have on their TSW wrestling. It's like their uniform, their TSW uniform. That is another sharp-looking title belt. That title belt maybe changed the men's title belt to make it look better too.
The challenger from your darkest fears, Crimson.
She did not say her height and weight, but I am telling you, I think she is the largest in the women's division.
Champion from Elysian Fields. She is the Women's World Champion, the X Factor.
Ozzy, always very focused. Looks like she is ready for this match right now. Tells the referee, hold on to this. I'm going to be back for it in just a minute. Be jacking it up. Don't be messing with my title. Matter of fact, maybe you put a little polish on it. All right, Crimson's debut match, main event, TSW Wednesday Night Wrestling starts right now. Thought this might happen. They're a little feeling out. Let's see if there's a clean break or not. I am kind of shocked that there was a clean break. I do not expect clean breaks from Crimson. Crimson becoming the early aggressor. And you can see she is bigger than Ozzy, for sure. I mean, not crazy, but so far my theory stands. Big clothesline. And it's going to be interesting to see the different moves each one of these wrestlers can pull off. European uppercut, big right hand right into the face mask of Crimson. Going for a quick pin. One. You knew that was just to test out the waters. Waters are getting tested. And Ozzy now taking control of this match and going right after the mask that's on Crimson's face. Wrenching the neck. Now both of Ozzy's moves. Off to see the Wizard and the Yellow Brick Road. Attack the head and the gut of their opponent. So it's not surprising to see her working on the midsection and the head of her opponents. Crimson, though, I think she's almost a little bit shocked at how this match has gone so far. She is probably very used to dominating inside the ring. But what is she doing going up to the top rope? Does Ozzy see her? Yeah, she does. Sidesteps the big elbow. And Crimson slides out, tries to get the advantage, and uses it to her advantage. That is a long way up, and then that means that is also a long way down. Big elbow by Crimson, and I can't imagine, a little underhanded there, but I can't imagine that a good strategy would be to let Crimson get her paws on you. Oh my God! Catches Crimson, flips her over. Huge face smash. And now here we go. Yellow Brick Road on Crimson. Thought she might have gone for the pin. Saw that she probably could have reached for the ropes. One. Only still gets a 1 count now. Ozzy can't believe that. I can't believe it either. How strong is Crimson to only get a 1 count on the Yellow Brick Road? Both competitors set up for their finishing move, and both of them got reversed. Ozzy missile drop kick into the side of the head. And now, straight punches right to the face mask. Cameraman in a really good angle to pick that up. Arm drag carryover. And head right into that top turnbuckle. Extra, read all about it. Get her 10 count while it's hot. And Crimson setting up for it. Looks like she has her dad's finishing move. Big choke slam, but that's not what went down. Ozzy reverses it and actually DDTs Crimson right into the mat. That could be the difference of retaining the world title or losing it. Again, big face smash right into the mat. And Ozzy just slowing it down a little bit. I thought she might have been setting up, but she did not. Grabs her again, yellow brick road for a second time. Doesn't go for the pin, now setting up for the Land of Oz. And Crimson reverses out of it. And gets it that time. She's got the choke slam in now. Slams her down, rolls up. Ozzy, 1, 2, and somehow Ozzy kicks out of that. And I wouldn't get too used to seeing that. Anybody kicking out of a choke slam from Crimson. Crimson back to working on the head of Ozzy. Brings her up for a shin breaker. And both women, you can tell, are trying to slow things down just a little bit. They are giving everything they've got in this match. And Ozzy DDT right onto Crimson's kielbasa there. Whips her into the corner. And a series of European uppercuts gets the crowd going. Throws her into the next. Throws her into it again. European uppercut. And now off the rope. Missile drop kick right into the chest. And sets it up for her third yellow brick road. Thought she might jump right back on top. Now she does. 1, 2. And I thought that was going to be a 3 count. That was like 2 5/8. Just past 2.5. Ozzy looks like she's waiting for Crimson to waste her energy. And took too long to set up. Gets DDT'd right into the ground. You can tell that definitely had an effect on Ozzy. Crimson, kind of a high pin, 1, 2. Ozzy kicks her off. I was going to say, that was not in the area you really wanted to be in. There it is, big face plant again. That usually sets it up for, you guessed it, here it is, the Land of Oz, like a choking choke slam of her own. 1, 2. Wow. Wow, what is it going to take? Ozzy's not even sure. She's like, let me get down on your level and put some fists right into your face. What is it going to take to put Crimson away? And I think you guys are right. I think this is setting up to be a rivalry that we are not going to see the end of. Either way this goes, this has been a crazy match. And how many people are, when you look at Crimson's size, how many people are going to be able to give her a match like this? Who knows? Maybe everybody, but right now, I'm guessing Ozzy. Big elbow right into her. Right into the mask. Now remember, if there's a count out, the title cannot change hands. Reversal slides off the back. Scorpion death drop, and I cannot believe, just like her dad, how fast she recovered from that maneuver. Went right back up, caught Ozzy off guard, whipped her into the corner, brought her out, and now going through a series of moves. Look, and both of them are just getting tired. Goes for a pin. 1, 2, 3, and that ends up being the match. I think the difference is how fast that recovery happened. Knocked the wind out of Ozzy, and Ozzy could not recover. Loses for the very first time in her TSW career. Loses 1, a match, and 2, loses the world title. Ozzy, though, is still in the Queen of the Ring tournament.
Here is your winner and new Women's World Champion.
But Crimson comes in just like Ozzy did in her very first match to win the TSW World Championship, and it's going to be weird not seeing that belt around Ozzy's waist. Again, though, like I said, this is not going to be the last time you see those two fight. That's just a crazy match. And I think either way that would have went, whether Ozzy would have won or whether Crimson wins, you know. But I think they're going to have to prove it. That's going to be an instant rematch right there. But first, Ozzy has got bigger things to take care of. You'd think there's not something bigger than the world title, but Queen of the Ring, she is still in it. So she wins Queen of the Ring. It's a lot easier to get her next title match, but that title match is coming very soon. So, guys, that's going to do it. Our very next episode, which could happen as soon as tomorrow on Sunday, will be the King of the Ring pay-per-view. It will be TSW, only TSW second only pay-per-view so far. So that's pretty cool. We got to get it all lined up. I got to go back, look at everything, make sure that we can get everything lined up the right way. And if we can, it will happen tomorrow. If we can't, it will happen very soon, within the next few days. So, the other thing is, I don't know if you notice the voice getting a little more raspy. Voice sometimes needs a break in between some of these things. But that is going to do it for tonight. I think this whole episode was an instant classic. King of the Ring is set. We know who's going to be in that. That could happen as soon as tomorrow on Sunday. I really appreciate everybody stopping by. And we will catch you all in the next one. Peace. Hey, and thank you, Dragonov. That will be amazing. That will be good also. Fingers crossed, I will keep them crossed.